oh boy, what in the heck happened here? They must have let Troy drive again. I certainly hope they got insurance on the Titan. Whew, what a mess. I don't understand it. Why can't they ever keep these enterprises in one piece? I mean, sure, you got a whole alphabet to work with, but maybe don't burn through them so quickly.
Hey, Gerald, where you at?
I'm on the bridge. You gotta check this place out. What a mess.
Holy moly, what a mess.
Holy crap, Harold. Are you out of your mind? If Michael Jordan couldn't get away with that mustache, what makes you think you can?
It's 23:79. I think enough time has passed. What's with the Band-Aid, Gerald?
Oh, the wife and I, we took a trip to Kronos. I do not recommend it.
So, what are you thinking, Gerald?
I think we're looking at a lot of overtime here.
Yeah. Too bad there's no pay in the future.
Seriously. I mean, don't get me wrong, I'm all for the betterment of mankind, but I could also use a new iPhone 370 is all I'm saying.
Uh-huh, you and me both. Now, it looks like we're gonna have to work around the main power conduit so the force field doesn't go out and we don't get Harry Kim'd into space. Q rest his soul.
R.I.P. Real Harry Kim.
R.I.P. Real Harry Kim. Well, let's get to it, shall we?
Lost another hammer to the cold vacuum of space. Mark it and replicate me another one, will you?
Marked. Replaced. And there goes my screwdriver.
Marked, replaced.
What did I tell you twos about your tools, huh?
Sorry, boss.
Yeah, me too, boss.
Yup, all sorry here, boss.
I don't care! You two idiots keep sending your tools into low Earth orbit, and Starfleet's gonna replace us all with synths. And I don't know about you twos, but I got a new iPhone to pay off.
Just how the heck did he manage that without money?
Maybe he's one of those Megas 2 aliens. You know, the ones that do magic. Remember, Starfleet Repair is done with safety and care.
Did you hear that?
Threatening us with synths again. I tell you, them synths, they can't do what we do.
Nope. And just because the occasional accident. No! Another screwdriver.
Marked, replaced.
They say to err is human, but I think androids can have accidents too. What about the time that Data fired a phaser at a Thaleron weapon? Everyone knows you can't do that.
You can't do it.
And he got himself blown up.
Oh yeah, real smooth there, Data. Get yourself blown up. Sounds like employee of the month material to me.
Q rest his soul.
R.I.P. Data.
R.I.P. Data. I'm just saying.
Uh-huh, I hear ya. And what about the time that Data mistook a Romulan chick for a Vulcan chick? That seems like a pretty flippin' big mistake to me, you know? Lost another hammer.
Marked. Replaced. Of course, it depends on what hemisphere the Romulan lady came from, because if she came from the northern hemisphere...
What did I just say? Anyone can't explain why my foreman just had his helmet smashed in by a rogue space hammer and his EV suit ripped open by a rogue space screwdriver?
Oh, sorry again, boss.
Yeah, me too again, boss.
Yup, both sorry here again, boss.
I swear to Q, I will replace the two of you with synths myself before the end of the day if the accidents don't stop. Starfleet Repair is done with safety and care. Safety and care!
Again with the synth threat.
Tell me about it. Really uncalled for. Synthetics, they ain't perfect.
Not by a long shot.
They make mistakes. What about the time that Data wanted to be a stand-up comic, so he asked Joe Piscopo how to be funny? Joe Piscopo, what? Was Rob Snyder unavailable? What a dumbass. Q rest his soul.
R.I.P. Data.
R.I.P. Data.
It's an absurd double standard. Lost another screwdriver.
Marked, replaced. And let's not forget the time that this ship got itself a Borg infestation, and Mr. Oh so reliable Synth Data decided that the best use of his time was porking the Borg Queen. I mean, what the hell?
Q rest his soul.
Yeah, of course, kill rest his soul.
R.I.P. Randy Data.
R.I.P. Randy Data. Nah, don't tell me synths are the better option.
Not from where I'm standing.
They can't do what we do. Lost another hammer.
Marked. Replaced.
What the flippin' hell? Do you two realize what you just did?
Nope, boss.
Yeah, that's a nope from me too, boss.
Yup, sorry, that's a note from both of us here, boss.
Shut up! And Runchev was just sucked out into space when her inspection shuttle was hit with a hammer and a screwdriver! She's dead. Her last words were, "Oh, you bat! Oh, you bat! Oh, you bat!"
Whose hammer was it, boss?
Whose screwdriver?
They came from you two packlets! Way to go. Now Starfleet's ordered us all replaced with synths. Starfleet Repair is done with safety and care. And care! Synthetics can do safety, but they can't do care! How are they supposed to do care when they ain't got no emotions?
You're preaching to the choir, boss.
QAmen, boss.
Yeah, it's like that time, Data. Oh, you bet! Oh, you bet!
Starfleet Repair is done with safety and care. Safety and care.